Okay, guys, that's time. That's time. Okay, let's go ahead and check answers. Go ahead and take out a piece of paper. Not a piece of paper. I'm sorry, I did not mean to say that. I got one more thing. Okay. Go ahead and take out a different color pen or pencil, please. Let's check. So remember, we're going to do this every day for the next month. You can check it out.
We sit over here? Do I point?
No, I was actually pointing to that binder that you're looking for. No. I'm looking for that clear though. For real. Where's my clear? Your clear. That's no fun. Okay, well now. Okay, go ahead and check, guys. 2 minutes to check. Oh, thank you, David. I knew I wasn't crazy. Just put a little dot. It doesn't have to be a full-out check. You can just put a little dot, just so that you know what's right and what's wrong. You'll join that too? Sure. I believe you. One more minute. So I'm walking around and I probably have seen one person with their name on their paper. Ooh, 2 people. Jordan, I don't know your last name. You know your last name? We just met, bud. Okay, we ready? Yeah. All right, cool. So let's move on. So remember, guys, we're going to do this every day for the next month, so you'll see yourself get better and better. Also, starting tomorrow, if you fill it up after the 4 minutes like this, I will drop a bean in that jar, okay? So a bean for your class in that jar, starting tomorrow. Can I get 2 people to read my learning objectives today? Let's go, Fausto, and then I got it. What does it start with? A B. Her name starts with a B? No. You're Valeria. What's your name start with? D. D. A D. Next word. Next word. Okay, tell me. All right, move it. Okay, go ahead. First one.
Students will be able to convert fractions, decimals, and percents.
Perfect.
Students will be able to do all of them.
That should say decimal operations, by the way. Okay, so go ahead and take out the triangle that looks like this. This triangle is for us to use any time at all throughout the whole year. Okay, so if you ever need help going from fraction to decimal to percent, you can bring out this and I will not be upset. Where you at, David? Let's go. Yes. You didn't get one. Go get one. You passed them out, buddy. You definitely did.
I did.
Here, this is front and back. It's better than the one they got. Alright, so when we're going from fractions to decimals to percent, you're always going to use this triangle. It's our favorite triangle now. Alright, so first thing we're going to do is draw an arrow from fraction to decimal. Okay, does anybody know how we would go from a fraction to a decimal? How would I go from 1/2 to a decimal? Okay.
Either set it to 100, 50, or 10. No.
What do you mean?
You can just set it to 100.
But how would I turn it into a decimal? Divide it, exactly. So when we are going from a fraction to a decimal, F to D, we are going to divide the numerator divided by the denominator. That's N and D, numerator divided by denominator. Okay, so what that means is our numerator is 1, so we're going to divide 1 by 2. Thumbs up if this makes sense to you.
That's right.
It does. I'm a poet and I ain't know it, right? How many times does 2 go into 1? 0. 0 times 2 is 0. Okay, so how many times does 2 go into 10? 5. So now this is 0.5. Make sense?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and go from percent to decimal. How do you think we do that? How do we go from percent to decimal? I'm also seeing people without their name written on this triangle. What's the issue here? What's going on? We've been out of school too long?
Yes.
Okay, so what do we do? How do we go from percent to decimal? How do we go from percent to decimal? You want to try, Fausto?
You take some to tens, hundreds, or thousands.
So let's look at this. If I had 10%, how would I make 10% into a decimal? Sure.
You put a decimal in front of the 10%, then you move it 2 times.
Ooh, I think you're really close. So I put a decimal in front like this and I move it 2 times this way?
No.
What's he trying to tell me to do?
He's trying to see if you put a decimal, move twice to the right side.
Okay, let me ask you a question. How do we write 10 as a decimal? How do we write 10 as a decimal?
10 as a decimal is 10 in front of the decimal.
Read it to me. How would it look?
10.
Where would it go? 10,
It would be 1.0.
like this, right? 10.0 for 10, right? We need 10, not 1. So 10% would look like 10.0. Thumbs up if you agree with me. Okay, so what he said was that we move our decimal place 2 times to the left, right? So we're going to go 1, 2. Okay, so 10% as a decimal is 10, or I'm sorry, 1/10. 1/10. Okay, questions about that? So remember, when we're going from percent to decimal, we're going to move our decimal how many times?
2.
Move the decimal 2 to the right. Oh, sorry, 2 to the left, not the right. Our other right. We're good? Everett, can I see your tracker, please? Just have it out on your desk. Okay, going from percent to a fraction. So if I have 10%, how am I going to make this 10% into a fraction? I remember when I was in Miss T's class, when Miss T said anytime I have a percent, it should always go over a certain number. What number is that? What number?
100.
100. So percents go over 100. If I have 10%, I'm going to put 10 over 100, and I'm just going to simplify. Okay, how do I simplify?
Dividing
What do I need to divide by?
by 2.
No, I was trying to pick on him, but it's okay. By what? What did you say? 2 or 10?
2.
2? Okay, let's do 2 first then. So if I'm dividing 10 by 2, I have 5, and then 100 by 2 is 50. Am I done?
No.
No. I can go one more time. Joseph. By 5, sure. So 5 divided by 5 is going to be 1, and then 50 divided by 5 is 10. Okay, so this goes into 1/10. Did you write this down, David? Okay, this is a whole class warning. Anytime I am writing something down, you should be writing. You should not be waiting until I am done for you to copy down what's on the board. You write as I write. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, no more warnings. Okay, so what do we say? What do we do? How do we go from percent to fraction, Fausto? What do we do?
You simplify. You simplify.
But what did I do before I simplified?
You make a number go over 100.
So we put the percent over 100 and simplify. We're okay with this?
Yes, ma'am.
How are you gonna say? Good. Okay, so we're gonna practice these. We're gonna have 3 problems, so I want you to number at the bottom where it says example, numbers 1, 2, and 3, just like this on the board. Okay, so you're doing it side by side. Math.
Yes.
Okay, and this is why you need to write when I'm writing. Because when I'm done writing, you should also be done writing. Okay, let's not let this happen again. Give me a thumb when you're done. Got a couple thumbs. Waiting on maybe 6 thumbs. Then Leah? You guys done? Okay. So go ahead and copy these 3 problems. 1, 2, and 3. You're writing this at the bottom. Okay, then you can work with your groups to solve them. Okay, we will check back in about 3 minutes. So, okay, so you can write it on the back, that's fine. Was your hand up? Was your hand up? Yeah, but what? That's what I like to hear. Matt?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I didn't clarify that we're converting all of these into decimals. My bad. So these are all going to be decimals, fraction to decimal, percent to decimal. David has a pencil. I meant to say David has a pen. He's going to use his pencil instead of the pen. Everybody else should do the same. Let's all follow suit. Let's follow David's lead and not use pens in math class. Thanks, David, for that lesson. Which way should you be going, to the left or to the right? Which way are you going? You're going to the right, you need to go to the left. Guys, if you need help, you can definitely ask the people next to you. If you want to check, you can definitely check with the people next to you. So how do we find a decimal point? Show me how. Wait, start over. Wait, calculate. Oh, that's the answer. Okay, so look, the next 2 problems though, you can't do on the calculator, so what are you going to do? So look, we have a percent. What do we do when we go from percent to decimal? What does it say up there? What do you write? right here. What did you write? Which way? How many? 2 times. So our decimal is here. We're going to move it to the left. 1, 2. So our answer is 1. Alright, now try that one on your own. Make sure your decimal is right. Your decimal doesn't look like mine already. Copy the problem down. Yours looks exactly like mine. If you moved your decimal, should it look exactly like mine? Make sure you guys are moving to the left and not the right. Even if it looks weird, you should still be going to the left. I see a lot of us going to the right.